7 signs from the universe that someone is thinking about you. Have you ever had the feeling that someone is thinking about you even though you have no way of knowing for sure? If you have, you're not alone. Many people have had this feeling at one time or another. There are several explanations for why people sometimes have the same thoughts. One explanation is that we're all connected, so it stands to reason that we would sometimes pick up on the thoughts of others. Another explanation is that we all have energy that interacts with the energy of others. It is also possible that we are just attuned to the same things, or that our brains work in similar ways. Whatever the reason, it is clear that people often have the same thoughts, and it can be interesting to explore why this is the case. Whether you believe in one explanation or the other, or both, some telltale signs can indicate when someone is thinking about you. In this video, we will explore 7 signs from the universe that someone is thinking about you. If you've experienced any of these signs, then it's a strong indication that someone is thinking about you. So watch till the end, and if you haven't liked the video yet, be sure to like it and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any further videos. Here are 7 signs from the universe that someone is thinking about you. Sign number 1, unusual events or coincidences. Do you ever have one of those moments where you think about someone you haven't talked to in a while, and then they randomly call or text you? Or have you ever had a dream about someone and then you bump into them the next day? If you've ever experienced something like this, you may have wondered if it was just a coincidence or if there was something more to it. Some people believe that these types of events are signs from the universe that someone is thinking about you. Whether or not you believe this, there's no denying that coincidences can be pretty strange and fascinating. It could be a sign that someone is thinking about you. Of course, there's no way to know for sure, but it is fun to think about. And who knows, maybe the universe is trying to tell you something. Sign number 2, you suddenly think about the person. One of the more interesting things to think about is whether or not you are connected to the people around you in some way that is deeper than just a physical connection. Some people believe that we are all connected on a spiritual level, and that this connection is what allows us to communicate with one another without ever having to say a word. One way that this connection manifests itself is through what is known as synchronicity. This is when 2 people who are connected on a spiritual level have a sudden and unexplainable urge to think about each other at the same moment. Some people believe that hearing your name called when no one is around is a sign from the universe that someone is thinking about you. If you've ever had this happen to you, then you know how startling it can be. But what does it mean? There are a lot of different interpretations of what hearing your name called when no one is around could mean. Some people believe that it's a sign that someone's thinking about you, and that they might need your help. Others believe that it's a sign that you're about to meet someone new and important. Whatever the interpretation, hearing your name called when no one is around can be a very confusing and unsettling experience. Sign number 3, you see the person in your dreams. Have you ever had a dream where you see somebody you know and you wake up wondering if it meant something? According to some people, seeing the person in your dream is a sign from the universe that someone is thinking about you. How did this belief come about? One explanation is that it could be a psychological phenomenon called simulcast dreams. This is when someone's brainwaves become synchronized with another person's brainwaves, and they end up having similar dreams. There's no scientific evidence to support this theory, but it is a popular belief nonetheless. It's possible that the idea of simulcast dreams evolved as a result of people dreaming about someone they know, and then discovering that the person they dreamed about was also dreaming about them. Whether or not simulcast dreams are real, the idea of them is fascinating. It is a reminder that we are all connected in ways that we may not be able to explain or understand. It is also a reminder that our subconscious minds may be more powerful than we realize. However, there is no evidence to support the claim that seeing someone in your dream is a sign that they're thinking about you. However, if you do have this dream, it could be a fun way to start a conversation with the person you saw in your dream. Sign number 4, you see the person's name or initials in random places. You might see the name or initials of a person you know in random places and wonder if it's a sign from the universe. Maybe you see their name on a sign or a piece of paper, or you hear someone say their name in conversation. There's no scientific evidence to support the idea that seeing someone's name in a random place is a sign that they're thinking about you. However, some people believe that it's a way for the universe to communicate with us. They might think that seeing a person's name is a sign that we should reach out to them or that we're supposed to meet them. So, if you see someone's name in a random place, don't be too quick to jump to conclusions. It could be a coincidence, or it could be a sign from the universe. But ultimately, only you can decide what that means. If you're feeling lost or confused, pay attention to the signs around you. They could be the key to finding guidance and understanding. Sign number 5. You keep seeing the same number over and over again. We've all been there. You're going about your day and you suddenly see the same number pop up again and again. Whether it's the time on the clock, a license plate, or a random phone number, it seems like this number is following you around. While it may just be a coincidence, some people believe that seeing the same number over and over again is a sign from the universe that someone is thinking about you. So if you've been seeing the same number a lot lately, it might be worth considering who that might be. There is no guarantee that seeing the same number over and over again is a sign from the universe, but it is something to think about. If you've been seeing the same number pop up constantly, it might make you stop and think about what the number could mean. Could it be a sign from the universe trying to tell you something? Or is it just a coincidence? Only you can decide that, but it's something worth thinking about. Sign number 6. You have a sudden urge to contact the person. Is it just a coincidence, or is the universe trying to tell you something? If you've ever had a sudden urge to contact someone out of the blue, it could be a sign that someone is thinking about you. When we have thoughts or feelings about someone, the energy we emit can be detected by others. If you're tuned into the energy field, you may pick up on these vibrations and get a message from the universe to reach out to that person. This is how we can communicate without words, and it's a powerful way to connect with others. Of course, it's always possible that the urge is just a coincidence, but if you've been experiencing a lot of these urges lately, it might be worth following up on them. Who knows? You might just make a new friend or reconnect with an old one. Sign number 7. You keep thinking about the person for no reason. Have you ever suddenly started thinking about someone you haven't seen or talked to in a while, only to find out later that they were thinking about you too? This may not be a coincidence. It's long been believed that when you think about someone, it's because they're thinking about you too. This phenomenon is known as the law of attraction, and it's based on the idea that our thoughts and feelings have the power to attract or repel other people and experiences. You may have heard that when you keep thinking about someone for no reason, it's a sign from the universe that someone is thinking about you. While this may sound like a nice idea, there's no scientific evidence to support this claim. However, some research suggests that our thoughts and emotions can have an impact on those around us. While no guarantee thinking about someone will cause them to think about you, your thoughts may have an impact. If you're wondering whether someone is thinking about you, the best thing to do is ask them directly. Otherwise, you could try sending them a message and see if they respond. If they don't, there's a possibility that they're not thinking about you as much as you're thinking about them. A universe is a big place with a lot of energy. It is always moving and changing, and it can sometimes be hard to keep up with all of the shifts. However, the universe has a way of leaving little clues and messages for us if we're paying attention. If you start to notice a certain pattern or reoccurrence in your life, it might be a sign that the universe is trying to tell you something. Of course, it is important to use your best judgment when interpreting signs from the universe. Not every sign is necessarily true, and some might be more subtle than others. However, if you keep your eyes peeled and remain open to the possibility, you might just start to notice the universe speaking to you. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future videos. And what are your thoughts on these 7 signs? Have you ever experienced any of these signs? Let us know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you back soon.